Alright folks, welcome back. This is day 3 of trying to get it up with Canio. If you didn't see the previous one, that's okay. Basically, we ran out of steam, we didn't find what we're looking for fast enough, there was a messy breakup involved, so we're starting over with a new random seed, however many hours later. I don't know how many hours it took to get these two lovebirds back together again, but here's the basic strategy that we're going for. We're looking for 6 cents to give us spectral cards such as we want Cryptid. Cryptid allows us to add cards to our deck, add face cards to our deck, and Immolate. Immolate allows us to remove cards from our deck, remove face cards. To level up Canio, you need to do both. You need to add cards to the deck and remove cards from the deck. So I want to get Cryptid and Immolate. Another way we can add cards to the deck, we could use Familiar here to add 3 cards, add 3 face cards to the deck at the same time as removing a card. But the reason why we're going for Cryptid specifically, our long-term survival plan, our scoring plan is to do Baron and Mime stuff. And so, we've kind of done it before where you get the Nan Imp hand, you survive until Ante 39. In theory, in general, if you survive as long as possible, you have more time to, do more percolating, get more Immolates, and then grow Canio further. So that's kind of our long-term plan. Now, one thing that's kind of special, different about this run so far, in Ante 2 already, that's going to be where we're starting. In Ante 2, I was able to find we've got Pareidolia already. All your cards are face cards, and so when you Immolate, you remove 5 cards, all of them face cards, no matter what they are. That can be useful. I'll be honest, that can be useful for growing your Canio. I don't think it's 100% necessary. This is the kind of thing that maybe we pick up now, but then we replace it later. Here's why. If I'm using, if my long-term plan is to use Cryptid to copy red Steel Kings, then I'm already adding face cards to the deck. The cards that I add are already face cards. I don't need Pareidolia to turn them into face cards. So maybe we'll pick it up now while we don't have any face cards, or we don't have that many face cards, and we can grow Canio a little bit, and then this is something that we can swap out later. Or at least that's, my idea. So let's go ahead and pick up Pareidolia here. Then we also want the boss reroll voucher. This thing can be very important, especially if you want to try to survive until Ante 39. Getting the upgraded voucher, the retcon, to reroll the bosses. You can reroll into a specific boss. The Serpent can be helpful for scoring, surviving the later antes. We'll get to it when we get to it. I'm just saying we're going to take the voucher here because we just finished Ante 2 here, Big Blind. I need to buy the voucher before we go to the boss. Now, the last thing that I'm thinking about here, maybe I want to purchase this Giga Chad here. So a couple considerations. Currently, the way that we've been scoring for at least 1 or 2 rounds here, we don't have any upgraded hands here, so we've been relying on the chips from the Clever Jimbo here. But I think we could switch this to something else, and the something else that we switch to could be the Giga Chad. I think the Giga Chad can be, useful as a value generator. You can retrigger lucky cards, you can retrigger gold seals, so I'm kind of interested in it for that reason. I'm interested in, once we get a couple, hung men, and, we start percolating our hung men, then we can grow Canio. And, if we get the X molt up here, that's really, useful with the plus molt here from the holographic. And so even without, very high level hands here, if we just have the plus 10 base, then multiplied by however much we can get our Canio up to. So that's something that I'm interested in. Normally when we're playing in the plasma deck, we're more interested in chips rather than plus molt, but because we'll get so much X molt from Canio, it could be worth it to take the plus molt. Also, always we're thinking about in the future, something that I want to do is get ectoplasm, get negative jokers for an extra joker slot. Having this be holographic means this won't get negative, right? When I get ectoplasm, it's not going to land on this. it's going to land on something else instead. Maybe Perkeo, maybe I can sell my other jokers. So having random addition to jokers can be useful for that, for potential ectoplasm in the future. Let's go ahead and swap this out. Of course, we're going to keep the to-do list because it gives us money. And then we're broke. So between the two of these, I think I'm going to sell Jupiter here. That way we can get percolating on the world here. Go next. I don't really need the planets so much. Here I can use the tarot cards, you know, in an emergency. If I need to make a flush, I can, but I want to try to make the full houses here. Another benefit of selling the Clever Joker, with the Clever Joker we get enough chips that one full house will win, but here I'm thinking now with the holographic instead, we'll have less points. It'll take us more hands, we can get more money. Let's give that a try. Boss here says play only one hand type, but okay, looks like we have the full house in the opener already. So I think, you know, the only score that we have is this +10 mult. This should be maybe like 2,000. A normal full house is maybe 1,600, and then +10 mult is maybe 2,000. Let's ship it. Oh, whoops, I forgot. I've got the speed settings on. Let's take it nice and slow here, nice and relaxed. Okay, now how do we get another full house? We've got threes here. Maybe we go threes and aces. As good as anything else, I guess. Negative world here. We'll see. Hold on. Maybe sixes and threes. Okay, we've got sixes and threes here. We do have a purple seal 8 in the deck, and you know, we only have one discard left, so if we wanted to, we could, you know, play the pair here and then try to dig for our purple seal. There's 31 cards in the deck. I get to see, if I play 3 cards twice, I get to see 6 cards out of 31. I'm not gonna waste the hands digging for the purple seal this time, but maybe that's something that we want to do in the future. Also, I'm thinking about if I sell this world card, we get $4 here, another $4 from the to-do list, and that'll give us 22, and then we get a little bit of interest that way. Let's go ahead and ship it. Okay, what's next on the to-do list? We got pairs. Cool. We get the Retcon voucher. That's huge. So we haven't had any other vouchers yet so far, not any that were worth taking. Yeah, this is something that we want in the future. We don't necessarily have to buy it now. Maybe what we'll do, we'll buy these Celestial packs. So long term, my plan is to level up my high card. Everything else, I don't really care about that much. Maybe we could level up 4 of a kind as a backup, though if we know we have the boss rerolling voucher, then we don't need a backup hand. We can always just reroll to get a favorable boss. So here, Neptune, Venus, Jupiter, I guess I'll just take Venus, I guess, and then open another Celestial pack. Okay, we get some plutonium here, or we can take the black hole. So I guess maybe here I want to be able to play pairs. Currently my pairs, you know, not very powerful. If we take the black hole, we can level up pairs. There is some consideration for, if you take the plutonium here, you could get a fool. And the fool you can use to copy the plutonium, whereas like a fool can't copy the black hole. So like that's something to consider. But I think here, you know, wanting to play as many pairs as possible, let's level up our pairs with the black hole. Then we have only $23 left. So, you know, a little bit below the interest cap there. But we do know that the to-do list is going to be on pairs. So we're going to get back enough money to make interest. We could spend a little more if we want, but I don't think that's necessary 100%. Maybe we go one more. All right, go next. Okay, we have, let's see here. Boss is the psychic, that's fine. I can sell the world, that's fine. Let's go next. We have a pair. Let's see how this does. Okay, that pair is worth 800. Nice. We have the purple seal. We can go ahead and discard it. We do get a fool. Yeah, see here, we don't have the plutonium. We could use the fool to copy Venus, but I think I'll hold on to the fool. What I would like to do is get temperance or hermit. So, you know, get either temperance or hermit from an arcana pack, and then I can use the fool to copy it. That way, I want to get, you know, some tarot cards upstairs that we can start percolating. You know, the world here, I'm just copying it for money, but I'd rather copy something for value. So we'll hold on to the fool. Maybe that can be the thing that we copy. Let's try a pair of jacks. Okay, so that was 1521, which means I can play the pair of kings. It should be exactly the same as the pair of jacks, and it'll be less than 4,000. We can go ahead and ship it. Nice. And we already used our purple seal here, so let's just ship it with a pair of aces for the money. And see here, like I said, because we had pairs on the to-do list, we were able to get, you know, like 16 bucks, right? We were able to get plenty of money here. Let's go next. Okay. Strength could be something that we want to copy, maybe. We can use strength to turn queens into kings. Not super important. Usually you want to get, you know, more interesting cards first, you know, like this purple seal, and then turn this into a king, and then just remove the other ones. Like this queen becoming a king is not super important to me. Maybe fives I can turn into sixes for a, you know, future sixth sense. We have money. We could do a little bit of re-rolling here if we want. Let me make sure we get the voucher for the boss. 36 bucks here. Yeah, we could go one more. Let's see here. 8 takes me down to 28. 28 minus 5 is 23, but we have plus 4 here. Yeah, maybe. Okay, we could spin the wheel here. I think what I don't want to happen, if I spin the wheel here, it'd be nice if it hit the to-do list or something like that. What I don't want to happen is I don't want it to hit Perkeo. I don't want it to hit Pareidolia, because then those won't be able to become negative, possibly. So let's not do the wheel. I do like this though. I like hallucination. So rather than, you know, the money from the to-do list, I think I'd rather get the tarot cards. So like I said, I still want to find something interesting, something worthwhile, copying the percolator. So let's go ahead and swap in this. Let's sell the world to make room, and then open the arcana packs. Okay. We get the strength, but we don't really have any cards that we care about using strength on. We get a steel card if we want it. You know, maybe a steel 10 that I can turn into a steel king in the future. Or, I mean, we just get the hung man, right? Your eyes were drawn to him, you know, immediately anyway. We can get the hung man here. We can get another one from the fool, and then we can start percolating. Remember, we have Pareidolia, so removing any card counts as a face card. That'll level up our Canio. Yeah, let's do that. So I don't know, what do you have a preference for what we remove here? I would like to keep the 6s and keep the 5s. 6s for 6 cents, 5s that I can turn into 6s, and everything else I can kind of remove. Maybe we keep the kings, we keep the queens that can turn into kings, maybe something like that. So here we can start with these 7s, I guess. So already ×3 Canio. Yeah, you know what I was trying to say before. You know, definitely Pareidolia helps grow Canio in the beginning, but you know, our long-term plan doesn't require Pareidolia. Okay, let's get rid of this Empress to make room for hallucination. That's okay. We could make a gold card. I would have to use the Fool first. So we get the Hung Man. We can start percolating. Yeah, Star Moon here. I think I'm just going to make a gold card. Do I have a preference for what turns into gold? Maybe the Queen. Again, you're thinking about turning this Queen into a king. I would also like maybe a gold 6 that I can copy. You know, if I'm trying to do 6 cents, what is the card that I want to copy? I want to copy 6s. Might as well make it gold before we copy it. But I don't really see that option here. Let's go ahead and gold Queen. And then go next. Okay. Okay, so with the Hung Man here, we can remove a 2/8. We can, now with ×3 on Canio, about to be ×5. Now, I want to find my purple seal. I'm going to try to find my gold card. I'll move the holographic over here. So now we can multiply it with Canio now. You know, that should be plenty of points. With this being +10, it doesn't really matter what hand we play. So, you know, let's just discard and look for the big ones, I guess. Discard everything, right? Discard so we can dig. No gold here, no purple seal. Let's go ahead and ship it with the aces. Maybe we could play high card instead of 2 pair. Oh, I'm going to ship it here. Another nice feature of the Giga Chad, by re-triggering the ace, you also get more chips. So that's like another way of scoring. Giga Chad is secretly a chips joker, not a very big chips joker, but secretly it is. Whatever, get me out of here. Okay, we could take a Mars card. We don't need that. We don't need to level that up. We don't want to buy the booster packs for the hallucinations, so let's start with the standard pack. We get Moon, and since we have the Hung Man that we can percolate here, I'm just going to add any cards to the deck, basically. Maybe let's take a 5. Again, here 5s we can turn into 6s, maybe. And I guess I'll just pick up Uranus here. It's not going to become relevant. It's not going to become important. Mostly we want the plutonium for the high card. That's our long-term plan. And we don't need a backup plan because we can always re-roll the bosses. Let's get rid of the moon and go next. Saving a little bit extra money here so we can buy a voucher in the next shop. Maybe, we'll see. We get the purple seal here. We can discard first if we want. I think just the, how about the 4 and the 2 here? We'll go ahead and remove them. If you use the Hung Man first, then when you discard, you get to redraw more cards at a time. We get to redraw 7 cards here. We get the World. Okay, that one we don't need, but we can hold on to if we want. I'd like to get the Queen if we can, so let's go digging. Ah, bummer. Well, alright, get me out of here. Okay, so a solid, 20,000 already. I think scoring-wise, since we have the Hungman here growing Canio, I think we're fine scoring-wise. At least for a while. Here we want the crystal ball. And let's go standard pack first. Maybe we get a tarot card that we can use in the Arcana pack. Well, we don't get a tarot card, that's fine. Here between the ace and the 5, we'll take the 5. Remember, we're removing 2 cards every round, so might as well just add any cards to the deck. The boss here says diamonds are debuffed. Not a problem for us, though, we're not going to get our gold card. Though we haven't seen our gold card, so, that's making me a little bit sad, I guess. We can go Arcana. Okay, we get a death card. Honestly, I would rather actually, so the Hungman grows Canio, like I'll admit that fully, but I'd rather get death cards percolating, because death cards we can copy the purple seal. Purple seal gives us more tarot cards, and so it's sort of like snowballs, right? So I'd rather do that, but oh well. What we can do here, I like the idea of making a glass card and then we can copy it with death here. That's another way of removing a card from the deck. If it's glass, we can smash it. There is a consideration for turning this queen into steel. I don't think we need to do that. So, what flavor of card would we want to turn into glass? Maybe a glass 10, I guess. Maybe a glass 5, probably a glass 10. I guess there's this question of, what would you rather have more of in your deck? More 10s or more 5s or more queens? Maybe we should have done the glass 5. I don't think it's going to matter super much. Let's go ahead, death here. I'm going to sell the world and let's get percolating again. Go next. Okay. Seven and 3 we can remove. We have the queen in hand. Let's look for the purple seal. I have the 10. Let's try to play the 10. That way we can break it. Okay, if I discard here, then I don't get to do the purple seal. Maybe we can get the 5 for the money. Bummer. So, if we play the 10 here, we do get the retriggers with the Giga Chad. So, ship it. Nice. Alright, one more card down. Go next. We could pick up the moon here. Let's start with the standard packs. Let's try to get the hallucination value. The 8 here gives us something that we can re-trigger with the Giga Chad. So that will be, $9 when we play the 8. The other standard pack, we do get a 6. In general, I'm interested in adding 6s to the deck. This one happens to be gold, which is cool. Also, it happens to be a blue seal. We can start getting our plutonium going. That's great. I guess I'd like it more if it was a king, but I'm not going to complain about a 6. Let's see here. We've got this gold card. We've got this gold card. We've got this gold seal. We could go one more. Ah, bummer. Go next. Okay. We can remove a 4. We can remove a 9. I want to keep the 8. I'm going to play it as high card for the money. And dig for the other gold card. Maybe. Didn't get the purple seal. That's kind of a bummer. Yeah, give me the gold card. Nope. Okay, how about the 8 here? Yeah, with times 12 on Canio, this should be enough, right? If this is 10 and then times 12 is 120 molt, go ahead and ship it. We'll get some plutonium from the 6. It was close. This is something that you kind of want to pay attention to. If you know, oh, I can play more than one hand, once I know that, then I can play a hand as a discard and then save my discards for purple seals. That's something to keep in mind. Let's go next. Now we have a decent amount of money. We could do a little bit more re-rolling if we want. We could go one more. We could go one more. Okay, so I want this. What am I willing to get rid of for this? That's what the question is. And I guess the Giga Chat is nice because we get the gold seal, we get the money. I could use Brainstorm to copy the hallucination for tarot cards. Maybe that's also interesting. Maybe that's also compelling. It's tough because I kind of want the money. Alright, just give me the brainstorm here. Copy the hallucination. Also, I'm going to forget. I'm going to forget to copy the hallucination every time. I could open these standard packs, but it's going to cost me some money. Some interest potentially. Nah, it'll be fine. World, bummer. We can get another gold too, or I'd rather, now that we don't have the Giga Chad, maybe the gold seals aren't as important. Maybe I'd rather have the purple seal for the tarot cards. We got the crystal ball voucher, so we have extra consumable slots to go ahead and standard pack here. We got room for 2 tarot cards. Nice. We get a hermit that we can start percolating if we want some money. We have here another 6. It's also a red seal. This red seal 6 is not likely to turn into a red seal king. You know, it would just take a lot of strength cards to get there. That's kind of okay. I'm okay if this doesn't turn into a king. Having just a 6 is fine, you know, when we get 6 cents in the future. If we get 6 cents in the future, hopefully. Yeah, we'll take the 6 here. We'll make sure we copy the percolator here. We're going to sell the star and the world. I think I'm not going to use the hermit. It's okay if we get a copy of the hermit here. Or we get 3 copies of the hermit. I guess that works too. Alright, for scoring purposes, we can copy Canio. Reminding folks that Brainstorm does not copy the polychrome effect. It just copies the base effect of the card. Also doesn't copy the scaling effect, so having Brainstorm copying Canio doesn't cause this to scale faster. It scales the normal amount. We have the 8 here that I'd like to play as high card. Let's dig for purple. One more time. Okay. We don't have the purple yet, but I think we can still get it. And here's my plan. So if I play something like, I don't know, let's play this high card, this ace high here. If I don't copy Canio, then this will be not that many points, so it won't be too many. That's the plan. Cool. Okay, question. Do we want to use the hung man? Would I rather copy the hung man or copy hermit for the money? I think I'd rather copy the hung man for the scoring. If it was a temperance, it'd be kind of a different story, but I guess give me the money. Okay, here we could play another high card. Maybe this is the opportunity for us to play our 8 high card. I still want to get those purple seals. What I don't want to happen is for us to not have enough points. So, you know, here's something to consider. You know, with just Canio, not copied by the Brainstorm hero, is 2,000 points. And if we go Brainstorm copying Canio, then that's another times 12. And since we're playing on the Plasma deck, that times 12 molt becomes times 12 molt and times 12 chips. Because the molt gets divided into chips also. So times 12 is the same as times 100, meaning that doing this, Brainstorm with Canio, I think the high card wins. So let's do it this way. Maybe, how about the 2 pair? Ooh, 2 pair is worth more points. Is it too much more points if I play 2 pair? That's what the question is. I think, let's see here, Canio's only times 12. Times 12, 48, and then times 1.5. So let's say 60 times 60 is less than 20,000. Yeah, let's ship it. 5,000. Okay. Still haven't drawn the purple seals yet. 20 cards in the deck. I mean, could get there. So could play the high card here. Maybe now slightly concerned about scoring. Let's go ahead and do this. Just to see. If this doesn't work, we can play the holographic molt card, and then that will definitely work. Here we have a base of 3 times, you know, 12 here. If you have a base of 13 times 12, it's much more potent. So let's go ahead and ship it. See? Never didn't have it. Okay, we want hallucination. We can copy with Brainstorm. We want the plutonium here. After we cash out, we can use our hermits. I'm just gonna use them. Okay, now we've got plenty of money. We got some negative tags here. I'm not interested in random negatives. Whatever negatives we get, you know, once you get Invisible Joker in the future, you're gonna sell your random negatives. So let's not skip. Let's go ahead, hallucination, standard pack. We can pick up a red seal ace, is definitely not going to turn into a red seal king. Could pick up a random gold card or another of these gold seals for the money. I think between the two of these, I'd rather have the gold card. You know, if our plan in the future is to get, you know, the Mime and the Baron. Mime, of course, rewards you for having gold cards. So let's get an extra gold card. Then Buffoon pack. Okay, we do get the death card. And this is what I was talking about. So rather than copy the hung man, maybe we want to copy death, copy our purple seals, and then start snowballing the tarot cards. Yeah, this stuff I just don't care about. Arrowhead we don't need. This is often what I use, at least for like the start of these endless runs, these long runs on the plasma deck. Use the arrowhead for like the first 10 antes. As a scoring option with the chips, but since we have Canio, we don't need that. We can go ahead and skip. And I don't think I want the ticket. We do, you know, we could copy it with the Brainstorm. This does generate money, could be a decent amount of money. I don't have that many gold cards yet, but I could have more gold cards in the future, especially if I'm using the death card. I think I'm going to stick with the hallucination. I like having the tarot cards for the deck building. Let's go ahead and make sure we're copying the percolator. And we could go one more. Do a little bit of re-rolling. We can use the devil here. Here's something. You know, if we're going to use death and we're going to copy a card, might as well copy a gold card. A little bit awkward if we, you know, get percolating on gold instead of death here, but long term it'll be worth it. Long term it'll be better. Let's go keep rolling. Priestess, we only have room for one card, so I'm not going to pick it up here. We'll just save our money. Some consideration for picking up Northern Lion here. You know, we get the tarot cards. Currently I'm using the hallucination to get the tarot cards, but in the future, I'm going to be using the purple seals to get the tarot cards. And if this is my source of tarot cards, then I don't need the hallucination anymore. I get the tarot cards from the purple seals. I can use the Northern Lion here. We can get temperance value, temperance money. I'm going to keep rolling. I want to build the deck first. Gift card, I would sell hallucination for a gift card. $41, we could go one more. Do we want parking money? If all of our cards are face cards? Ooh. As much as I love hallucination, that is a significant amount of money. So, okay, let's say all of our cards are face cards. Let's say we copy parking with Brainstorm. Then this is $1 per card. You play one card, you get like $8 or something like that. Is $8 one time. We only get to play one hand. We only get to play high card once before it's too many points. Is that worth more than the hallucination? Chance of tarot cards. If I already have the death card, copying it with the percolator here, maybe I don't need other different tarot cards as much anymore. I think I'll take the parking. I don't usually take the parking, especially if we're in a situation on the plasma deck. Often you have some scoring that helps you win in just one hand every time. But here, if we copy Canio, we win. If we don't copy Canio, we can farm, get more parking money. Let's give that a try. And then what? We could go one more. $10 is kind of expensive reroll. So let's just go next. Bummer. Kind of the worst hit here, you know, getting the extra devil cards, but they'll pay for themselves. This means I don't get to use the death card because I don't want it to go away. Bummer. Oh well. Let's go ahead. We copy the parking for the money. The boss says all my spades are going to be debuffed. Okay. So what cards do I want to turn into gold? Probably the red seal 6. Oh, I want to turn the purple cards into gold because those are the ones that I want to copy. Let's go ahead and start by digging. Red seal I can make gold. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. The hung man I potentially do want to use. So maybe what we'll do is, how about an ace and a 3? We can hang them. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna keep the 8 for the money, I think. Or do we want to try to play the 10 and break it? Do we want to keep both? Do we want to keep neither? I think let's keep neither, and then that way we have a better chance of finding purple. Bummer, no purple. So we could play a lot of cards as a way of digging for the purple cards, but you get less parking money that way. So I think I'm just gonna play one at a time. Pretty sure if we don't copy Canio, pretty sure this is not too many points. Or at least that's what the plan is. Red seal for extra activations on the parking. Okay, cool. So we can play another 6. Another 6. We do get the 8 here. We can make it purple. Sorry, it's already purple. Now it's gold. In that case, I will discard now. Okay, lovers I don't care about. Let's, get rid of this. I guess we don't have to get rid of it right away. I want to make sure I have room for a planet card, have room for plutonium. Let's go ahead and ship it one more time. Okay, then now if you're concerned about scoring, we copy Canio and go ahead and ship it. Yay, we're rich. We'll use the plutonium. Make sure we copy the percolator, go next. Okay. A little bit awkward here. We still have this devil. I think I'm going to end up selling this before we leave the shop. I want to make sure I copy the death card. I don't want to get more copies of the devil. That last round was stinky. Let's try a standard pack. Okay, we could get a red seal 8, or we could get another blue seal. I guess between the two of these, I'd rather have the blue seal. Of course, the red seal you get more money, but the blue seal we have the crystal ball here, so we have more room for more plutonium. Let's go ahead and pick that up. And celestial pack. No plutonium, so we just skip it. If we get a fool, it'll copy our last plutonium card, or we can use a fool to copy death cards. Let's go ahead and before I sell these tarot cards, let's do a little bit of re-rolling. We could go one more. I guess what I'm looking for now, I'm looking for Baron, I'm looking for Mime, I'm looking for Blueprint. Even invisible would be okay, then I can copy my brainstorm, or at least try to. This is interesting. We can pick up a cardomancer. So we demonstrated in the previous round we can kind of, farm money with parking. Here's another thing we can do. Okay, brainstorm copies Perkeo, you get 2 negative copies. Then before you start the next round, brainstorm copies cardomancer, you get 2 more cards. Which is worth more to me, the money? I think we decided money, right? That's why we got rid of the hallucination. Go next. Ticket is looking a little bit more attractive now. Not quite yet. $10 rerolls. Yeah. We could go one more. Do we want Seance as a way of adding spectral cards? I really don't. I mean, it's not impossible to get this to work. I just really don't want that. I think I'm going to pass on the Seance. The Sixth Sense is just so much easier to get working. So we'll just hold out for that. There is a consideration for, Seance, you could play more than one straight flush in a round. You could use Brainstorm to copy Seance as a way of getting multiple spectral cards per round, but you still have to get the straight flushes, and it's not trivial. It does take a little bit of work. Getting the 6s is going to be way easier for us. Let's clean up the tarot cards here and get percolating. Let's go next. Trust me, we'll get the 6th sense. or not, and then we just, you know, start over on another one. Let's go next. We copy the parking money. Okay, we want to use death on the purple 8 because it's also gold. So let's discard here. Maybe we keep the glass card for scoring. So we didn't draw the 8. In that case, I think I want to play the 3 of a kind. Maybe not. Maybe that's too many points. I want to get the plutonium. I want to get the blue seals. I want to get the purple seals. They're like pretty important to me now that I have the death cards. So I'm actually, instead of playing just 1 card for the maximum amount of money, let's go ahead and play 3 cards here. That way we can get the most redraws. I want to keep the gold cards in hand because they give me money. Or do I want to play the gold cards? Maybe we play the gold cards. Maybe I don't need to play high card. I can play this pair. I was considering playing 3 of a kind, but I think 3 of a kind with the glass card might be too much, so I'll just play this pair. Let's go ahead and ship it. If we do draw the 8 is also gold, and then, you know, we can copy it. So here we have the 10. Do I want to copy the 10 or do I want to wait for the 8? I think I'm okay. We go ahead and go with the 10 here. And do I want to make another one? I guess it is awkward with this boss here debuffing my spades. Yeah, let's do it. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get 3 tarot cards. Okay, we got the blue seal now. 20 cards left in the deck. So now we... Okay. Do I want justice? I can make a glass jack. Empress. Maybe, we'll see. Sorry, no sun. Let's start by... Let's play the 5. Money? And the 6. Nine is safe. You know, we want to make sure we don't score too many points. That was 6,000-ish, wasn't it? I think if we go times 2, I think this will be enough, but just to be safe, I guess we'll do this. Play the glass 10. These upstairs, maybe we go glass ace. We can break it in the future. And ship it. Yeah, that's way overkill. Oh well, that's fine. Use the plutonium and go next. We get a spectral pack here. Maybe. Standard pack. Standard pack for, we get a red seal king. That's great. Red seal king, we can make a red gold king. Or red steel, I guess. I think here, I'm trying to decide if I want to reroll first. Let's go spectral first. Ectoplasm. Question. Do we sell the parking? Parking gives us money, but we don't need the money. We could replace it with something else. I don't want this to hit the parking. I don't really want it to hit Pareidolia because, like I said, later on, you know, my plan is to switch off of Pareidolia. Yeah, let's do this. Parking out. every time, if you call it, whichever one you don't want, that's the one that you get. We could take 6s as a way of breaking our glass cards. Or, you never know, maybe we get parking again. We could go one more. To-do list for pairs is compatible. That could be a source of money. What else? Extra hand size. Is this something that's important to me? It's helpful. I don't know if it's important, but it's helpful. Have the extra hand size. Let's go one more. Dusk. Nope. $10 for a reroll. Sure. Alright, I'm sad. Well. Alright, let's get rid of the Empress here. Let's get percolating. Let's go next. I could reroll this boss if this boss is going to debuff my spades. You know, my purple seals, but it's probably fine. I could use the death card on the purple 8 if we ever see it again. Let's start by playing a pair for money. No pair here. Let's go ahead and discard. Maybe we keep the 6. I know I have extra 6s. No pair here either. Huh. Okay. I have the 8 that I can copy with the death card. That was the plan, wasn't it? I'm going to start by playing a pair of 6s for the money. And if I play the pair of 6s, let's get rid of the king and the 8 here. And okay, so now the pair I have is a pair of 8s. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to use the death card, because I plan on discarding to dig for another pair for more money. I can discard 3 8s here. I know in the deck I've got 1 more 5, I've got 2 more 6s, I've got no more 8s. Maybe I discard this 8. Maybe I discard this 5. Okay, Hermit for more money. We don't need, we just keep copying the death cards. We can go ahead and use the Hermit if we want. Maybe we could use Judgment. If the to-do list changes to something that I don't want, I'll probably replace it. I could use the Devil on my king, make the red gold king, maybe use it on the 4. We have a pair of aces that we can play. So let's say we play the pair of aces. Then what? Dig for queens or kings? Yeah, maybe something like this. Ship it. Smash. Nice. We can play another pair of queens here for money. And then copy Canio. So we'll go gold on the 4, I said. And I want to play high card so we could get the plutonium. So high card ace. Ship it. Four of a kind. Yep. Yep. Get me out of here. We could pick up parking again. Now we've got the 6s. We've got the synergy. Okay, so get rid of the to-do list. Copy the percolator. Judgment gives me Todd. No, give me money. Give me interest. And standard pack for more 6s. Get another 6 here. We could add a king. I'm gonna stick with the 6s. It's also a blue seal. Seems useful. Celestial for no plutonium. I'll just skip. Boss says no repeat hand types. That could be something that I'm willing to reroll. If I want to get my parking money. You know, you spend money to reroll, but you get more money from a different boss. Maybe that's the plan. Either way, I got money. We could go one more. Matador, nope. Troubadour. Extra hand size does translate into more money. Also, you know, more gold cards, more blue seal action. Less hands though. I think we just keep rolling. 37, we could go one more. I know, you know, we have the seed money here, but also we have the parking money, so we'll get back up to 50. Don't you worry. Go next. Oh, I do need money to reroll the boss. Oops. We'll figure it out. Go next. So we want to copy the parking money. Here we got the king. I think we keep using the death cards on these 8s rather than the 10s. Copy the gold cards. So I think knowing that I have, you know, the parking, I want the red seal. So I also want the blue seal, right? For the plutonium, I'm just going to discard the gold queen then. Okay, there's the 8. I could turn a 4 into an 8. I can turn a jack into an 8. I can discard 3 of these. Okay, devil, I can make the red gold king. I could make gold 10s, and then that way I have something to copy. I think I'm gonna make the gold king. And then the emperor. Okay, we get another hung man here. In that case, the jack and the 10 we can remove. Maybe we'll do it in this order. We'll go priestess first, in case we get plutonium. Use the hung man. That way if we get a fool, we can copy the hung man. We don't need this ace. Use the emperor. I keep forgetting that I have the crystal ball and I have an extra slot. I could use the magician for money. Though one thing that's kind of awkward, if you hit the plus 20 and then times 17 from Canio is too much. So let's not do this. Maybe save this for the final card. Maybe justice for the final card. I'm going to use justice. I'd rather break a card rather than try to get the money. Is that true? No, I decided to give me money. So let's go start with the ace. Let me do this just in case. I don't think Canio's too much, but it is creeping up there and it's starting to scare me. That's already 20,000. No, now I don't get my parking money. So if I play the 2, maybe it breaks. Ship it. Sadness. Before you ask, 6s not compatible with Brainstorm. Okay, copy the percolator. Faceless, also money. Actually, so parking we get to do one time. Faceless we could do multiple times, right? Because well, next round we get to play 3 hands. Boss round we get to play, you know, potentially more hands. So maybe this is fine. Maybe, you know, the parking money is fine. I was gonna say here you discard 3 cards, you get 10 bucks. Compared to parking, you get $2 per card. I guess parking is more money. Skip. Alright, before we open the Arcana pack, let's reroll for some tarot cards. Ticket? Nah, we don't need it. Do I want cola? So, if I'm in a position where I don't really care what jokers I have, like parking and 6s, I think both of these are disposable. I think they're interchangeable. I can swap them out with other kind of stuff soon. Maybe what we do is we take the cola. Having the extra double tag could be useful for getting a voucher skip in the future. Maybe if I have enough double tags, maybe a negative skip could be worth it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to, because if I give up my 6s, that's half of my money, right? Is it worth it for the double tag? Is it worth it for the double tag that turns into a voucher later? Voucher tag. I mean, it could be. Yeah, let's do it. We get a mime. Okay, so I don't have any steel cards for scoring, but I have a lot of gold for money. I can copy the mime for more money. Now we got spending money. We could go one more. Empress World Lovers. Nope, not stuff that I'm interested. I keep forgetting that I gotta reroll the boss. I guess I don't have to reroll the boss, but I guess I would like to reroll the boss. Maybe. Try to squeeze out some more money. Let's go percolating. I should do it now before I forget. Face cards face down. That's annoying, but it's not gonna kill me. Wait, all my cards are face cards. Okay. I am gonna re-roll it, but cards face down after play. That's fine. Alright. Go next. Okay, so what are our plans? Our plans are discard for purple. I could use the death card here for another purple card, but I want to save it for my 8s. We could make a steel card. That could be something that's useful in the future. Let's... Yeah. You know, I would like to get the Baron if I could get the Baron, but I don't know if I'm going to get the Baron. You know, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe discard. Let's start by copy the 8. And do I have enough 6s? I think the 5s, I'm still holding out hope that they turn into 6s, so maybe this 9 I turn into another 8. With the chariot, do I want to use it on this 6 here? Or do I want to save it? If I discard here, I only get 1 tarot card. Do we need the steel cards yet? Not yet. I'm gonna sell the chariot. I think we can get it back later when we need it later. Okay. Now we sell all of these upstairs to make room. Suppose we play the 8. So the way that it works is like the card goes, mime is a second activation. So that's 1, 2 activations, 2 activations of this one effect times 2. So if I copy the parking, this is 2 times 2. Or if I have the red seal, this is 3 times 2. Compared to if I copy the mime, now this is 1 times 3, or it's 1 times 4. So you get more money if you copy the parking. At the end of the round, though, I want to make sure that I copy the mime so that I get the gold and also the blue seals. You know, we get the plutonium. So let's go ahead and copy the parking, ship it with the 8, and then switch it. If this is too many points, okay, so 34,000, almost too many points. Let's go ahead and ship it with the 3. And you can see here, the Brainstorm is copying the mime after the fact. And of course we get back up to 70 bucks. See, we got plenty of money. Now just give me 6 cents, please. Or Blueprint. Or Baron, but 6 cents is uncommon, so I deserve it. Alright, Celestial Pack we skip. Mega Arcana we reroll first. We go one more. Oh wait. Do I want to reroll this boss? I don't want to reroll this boss. Do I want Midas Mask? All my cards are face cards. I could turn all my cards into gold. Is that better than parking? Because like parking gives me short-term money. Turning all my stuff into gold is pretty compelling for like long-term money. We can make gold. I don't need this. I don't need Midas Mask. Is that true? Yeah. We can make gold. There's a hermit, sure. I think now actually instead of the parking, so like how much does parking actually give us, right? You know, maybe like let's say 20 bucks every round, which seems like a lot, but we do have all these purple seals for the tarot cards. I like picking up gift card at this point in the run because the sell value, you can store the sell value on Paradilly. I'm never going to sell Canio, Brainstorm. I'm never going to sell these. Perkeo and Mime, I'm never going to sell these. I'm never going to sell these jokers. So I can store the sell value and it makes all of my temperances better in the future. And then, you know, again, it kind of like snowballs from there. I'm investing in my future. Let's keep rolling here. We can spend relatively aggressively here, knowing that we have the mime money, though $12 is admittedly expensive. I'm gonna stop there. We could go Priestess here, we could go Wheel. I guess if those are my options, I could go Glass. You know, again here, maybe we have another card that we can try to break. Yeah, maybe a Glass 9. Maybe we do the Wheel first. Never lucky anyway. Maybe we go Glass 9 now. Gives us a card that we can break. Alright, Brainstorm copies the Percolator. Let's go next. And I want to copy the Mime for the money. Okay. Queen, I turn into an 8. Then let's discard, holding on to one more 8 that we can copy. Okay, Fool, I can get another death card. Here's the opportunity. I could use the Chariot if I want to have a mix of steel and gold. I don't think it's necessary yet, so I won't. But I will, you know, maybe... How confident am I about these 5s turning into 6s? I guess if I have all these death cards, I don't really need the 5s, because I can just use death to make 6s. I don't really need this 9. I don't really need this king. Let's go ahead and make a... Hit the 8 here. Sell the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ship it. Fool for yet another death card. Now I want to draw first. So if I play this high card, I'm not going to be able to see my cards. This boss says I'm not going to be able to see my cards. That stinks. Okay, do I want to use the death card to copy this king? Do I want to use the death card to copy this 6? Or do we hold on to them for purple? I think we hold on to them for purple. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. I think what I want to do is, let's go ahead and cash out here. Let's play the 10, and then we'll copy the mime. I guess if I want more plutonium, I have to use one of these death cards. I think I'd rather have the death card, so let's discard first. Okay, yeah, because then I can copy this 8. I could make another one. We get more money that way. Okay, ship it and then copy the mime after. Okay, so this tells me I have 10 million. Let's pause. 10 million takes us up to, we can pass ante 11 without any trouble. No trouble all the way up through ante 11. And then after ante 11, that's when we start to need the steel cards with the mime. That's when we're looking for the Baron, if we can try to get the Baron before then. Alright, Canio's on 18. Could be higher, of course, if we, we're copying the hung man this whole time, but all of these purple seals will turn into more money and, potentially tarot cards like more hung men. So it'll work out. It'll work out. It's a marathon, not a sprint. We could take the magic trick as a way of adding cards to the deck. I don't hate this idea. Could be a thing to do. Remember, the thing with Canio is you want to add cards to the deck and then remove cards to the deck. So maybe I add cards to the deck with a magic trick. I think the main way that I'm hoping to add cards to the deck is with DNA, actually. I think I do take the magic trick, but I don't think I take it here. I think I'm going to wait until after the big blind. Let's reroll before we open these Arcana packs. We don't need the rocket here. We've got the gift card. Andrew for extra discards. Extra discards translates into extra tarot cards. That's actually very potent, honestly. Ooh, I think we just do that instead of the gift card. I know I made a big deal about the gift card, but maybe we just do that. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, we could take a devil here. Hermit. Earth. Do I want to spend $12 on a reroll? Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, we have enough money from the mime that we can kind of just spend it all and then rubber band right back up. Yeah, we could go one more. Alright. Arcana gives me Hermit. Do I want to make one of these into gold or do I want to hold on to it? Let's hold on to it. Are there cards that I want to make into gold? Maybe this 6, maybe one of my 10s. I'm not super passionate about these, so I'll hold on to the devil here. Okay, temperance is 42. That's not a bad temperance. We'll go gold king, I guess. Let's make sure that we copy the percolator, and we could go one more. We could go one more. 52 bucks. 16. We go one more. Alright, that's it. I want Blueprint. I want 6 Cents Baron also. Okay. This boss could be actually a little bit stinky here. If we're relying on Canio for scoring, this nerfing our Molt could be problematic. We'll see. Okay. We have death cards. We can copy the 8s. Do I want to turn a king into an 8? Do I have other cards that I can turn into 8s? I don't really need to hit the king. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to discard these 3. I'm actually going to discard the 6 also, so we can dig deeper. Okay, there's the chariot. Like I said, if we need steel, we can make steel. Maybe with this boss, maybe we use the steel to beat the boss. We use the steel king on the boss. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, 8, we go 7 and 8 here. I'm gonna discard this king. I don't need it. I know that I don't need it right now. I don't need this 5. Okay. Hermit wheel. Temperance. Keep the 6 for the plutonium, or would I rather have money? I'll take the plutonium. Temperance for 42. Discard purples. Emperor for Hermit. Spin the wheel again. Cute. Look at these two twinks. Okay, we could go sell the magician. I don't need to sell the magician yet. We keep the blue ones here. Use the hermit. Sell the star, sell the magician. How about play the king? Play the king and the 6. I don't need this blue seal actually. Oh well. Do I want to try to dig for more gold? So yeah, let's try this. I could play the pair instead. The pair should be not too many points. Question mark. 70,000? Yeah. This pair should be safe. Okay, cool. Now I can try to dig more, or I can play the 8 for the money. Okay, but the high card is too much. Alright, yeah, I think we use the plutonium here. Go next. I think we have enough to beat this boss. I don't think we have to worry about it. I think we just copy the Canio and then we're good. Okay. Magic trick, we go after the big blind. We can open these standard packs. So do I want to add a random jack to the deck? It gives me more cards that I can use death on. So maybe we do. Maybe why not? We can add another blue seal, I guess. Alright, let's keep rolling. We get 6 cents. It begins. The quest. Alright. So, I mean, we take it. So we sell. Goodbye, Andrew. Pick up 6 cents here. So 6 cents, what we're looking for Immolate, encrypted. I mean, the first thing we're looking for is cryptid. Cryptid will allow us to live forever because you can use cryptid to copy your red steel kings. Secondarily, if we can, I'd like to get Immolate. If we don't get Immolate and we only have cryptid, I think with just, you know, maybe Hung Men, I think we'll be fine even without Immolate, but I'd like to get Immolate if we can. Do we keep spending? I guess one thing that's kind of awkward is, you know, let's say we spend, let's say we get Blueprint. What do I sell for Blueprint? Let's say we get Baron. What do I sell for Baron? I guess you would sell the Mime. Is that okay? Am I okay with that? Yeah. Okay, then we roll. Don't roll unless you actually have room to roll, obviously. 18 bucks. 19. We could go one more. We should just go next. Okay, so now that I have 6 cents, maybe instead of copying these 8s, maybe I use the death card to make more 6s. Let's do that. And we can make some fancy 6s. I could use a 6 here. I think what I want to do is I want to wait. I want to do the 6 at the end of the round because whatever spectral card I get, it'll take up one of my consumable slots. And I'm not going to get as much purple seal value if I'm holding on to a spectral card. So let's save the death cards for this 6. The blue 6 would be the best one. Let's plan on that. But I'll hold on to this 6 just in case. I don't need your judgment. We discard again. We get the Hung Man. Nice. Do I want the Hung Man? No, I want to copy spectral cards. I could use the death on this 6. I do want to use the death card. Maybe this 6 is fine. So I'm going to turn this 5 into a 6. I'm going to turn this 10 into a 6. I'm gonna use all of the death cards. Maybe what I want to do, the ace and the 10, let's remove them. Yeah, high card, Canio. Canio wins. Alright, hang them and then ship it. Let's copy this. Sixth Sense is incompatible with Brainstorm, so let's just copy the mime for a modicum of value. We did it, we got the cryptid. Okay. So we don't need death anymore. Okay. I'm listening, okay. What about... Okay. I think now a couple things are gonna happen. First we go Celestial Pack. This stuff I don't care about. Standard Pack. Purple King? Where have you been all my life? I accept a Purple King. Let's go... Maybe... Do I want the magic trick? So like, long term this is something that I want. Do I want it right now? That's what the question is. You know, as a way of getting sixes from the shop, as a way of getting, you know, just random cards I could add to the deck, and then I have cards to remove. Like I said, you know, with Canio, a challenge is adding cards as well as removing cards. If I pick this up, is this going to make it harder for me to find my Baron and my blueprint? Technically, yes, but not that much harder. Not as much harder as you might think. Technically, but not a lot harder. I guess because I have the double tag here, I can get a voucher skip in the future. I don't need this now. It's tough. I think because I have the cryptid already, I'm just gonna go spend the money. Parking, nope. Wheel. So if I use the wheel, I guess no. In case we get ectoplasm, I want to have a chance to get, you know, negative mime or negative brainstorm. I shouldn't spend down because, you know, I'm not sure if I'm going to get all my mime money. Let's sell the death card so we make sure that we copy the cryptids. And then copy the mime. Okay. So now cryptid, what do we want to copy with cryptid? So like probably you copy sixes, you have more sixes to remove for the Sixth Sense. Probably you copy purples, you know, purple eights. Maybe I could copy purple kings. Maybe purple kings I'd rather have than purple eights. Maybe. I could always do cryptid, and the reason why I'm asking is because I want to make room. So let's go ahead and make the eights. Because they're gold, because we have the mime giving us money, though in the future I would rather have kings. If we get the Baron, you know, I want to switch to kings. I can always hold on to the cryptids and then use them when I need them. Let's go ahead and discard 3 at a time. I don't need the gold 8. Let's try to get a devil card for this king. That would be cool. Okay, emperor. We get a fool for another emperor. I think that's fine. Use the hermit, make some room. The reason why I use the fool for the emperor there, that's not something that I normally do, but if I'm holding on to the fool, I only get to discard 2. purples. I'd like to discard 3, so using the Fool for the Emperor, of course the Emperor has a chance of giving you Temperance and has a chance of giving you Hermit or Death or Hangman. You know, pretty good. There's enough good hits that it's worth it to just use the Fool. Let's discard the 8s. Actually, I'll discard the Kings. I'm looking for a 6 now. I need to find a 6. We get the Devil. As soon as we discard the King, we get the Devil. Son of a biscuit. That's potentially okay. I think we just go gold here on the 6. Delete the 4 and the 3. Canio is now 23. Discard the purples. Okay. We're out of discards, but we make room for our blue seals. We want to play one of these 6s. How about the non-holographic 6? Do I care if we win right now? Let's try not to win. Let's try anyway. We did it. We get Familiar. Okay, so that could be a way of removing cards and adding cards. Okay, we'll hold on to that one. I want to dig for more gold. If we play this high card, we win. Oh well. Ship it. And go next. Okay, standard packs. Blue seal 5. I don't think I need it. I don't think we need random garbage anymore. Boss here says my Jimbos are going to be shuffled. Bummer. Let's skip here, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Skip. Standard pack again. We don't need these random stone cards, so we'll skip again. Familiar I want to hold on to. I want to get a negative copy. If I'm holding on to negatives, then of course we can't get repeats. It makes it more likely that we get our Immolate that I'm looking for. We spend. Okay, there's no voucher skip. All right, Blueprint or Baron. Would I accept an Invisible Joker? Maybe replace mine with Invisible? It's possible. I'm not going to promise anything, but it's possible. 50 bucks. We could go one more. Could get the bean. All right, go next. Okay, so we got negative familiar. We got 3 cryptids here. So what I would like to do is hold on to these cryptids. And then that way, when we get copies, we're more likely to get cryptid, less likely to get familiar. So I want to try not to use these cryptids, at least in the short term. Boss here is fine. We don't have to re-roll it. Yeah. Go next. All right, let's go ahead and copy the mime. I'm going to keep the 5s in case I draw strength. Hey, look at that. All right, 5s turn into 6s. This 6 I'll delete. The other ones I can discard, so discard 3 here. All right, Fool gives me more strength. Okay. Or I can wheel. I think I'd rather do the strength. Though I do have the option here, I can discard the 8 first, which I think I will do. I think we don't need this blue seal. Okay, what do I want to use strength on? If that's what I want to do. Which maybe I don't want to do. How about a 4 and a 10? Sure. And then we'll get up to kings eventually. Okay, we play this 6 and copy the mime. Ship it. Grim. Okay. So here's another option. You know, the plan that I have is, you know, get the cryptids, do the Baron and Mime, and, you know, live forever that way. Another option you could do, you can use Perkeo to give you cryptids to copy glass cards and just play the glass cards, just smash, as a way of removing cards from the deck. I think on a per round basis, it's fewer cards get removed. So I think Canio grows faster if you get Immolate. Immolate being able to remove 5 cards every round, or, you know, potentially 10 cards per round if you get 2 copies of Immolate. That's what I'm trying to do. Standard pack gives me a 5, but it's not a 6. Mega standard pack gives me Polychrome 8. With 6 cents, you can get the Deja Vu Spectral card. You could get the red seal and then turn the Polychrome card into a red Polychrome card. I don't think that's necessary, especially if we're trying to go for the Baron and the Mime. You don't need Polychrome cards, you just need red steel is already enough. I could add a random purple card to the deck. Sure, why not? I'll skip the rest of these and do a little re-rolling. Hermit, sure. Juggler. Nope. Alright, that's it. So here's something to consider. I do want a negative copy of Grim. So maybe, you know, we should use the 2 cryptids and then we're more likely to copy the Grim, but then we're also more likely to copy the Familiar, which is pretty stinky. So I think I'm just going to copy the cryptids. I'm not going to worry so much about, you know, trying to collect the negative copies. I think that's true. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, go next. See, we got the Familiar again. Ah, bummer. Yeah, maybe what I should do is I should just sell these, and holding on to these, holding on to the negative copies, it really does improve your chances a lot. There's only, you know, if you don't count the Soul and the Black Hole, there's only 16 Spectral cards. And removing, let's say, 3 or 4 from the selection here, then there's only, you know, 12 Spectral cards. And it makes it a lot more likely that you get the one that you're looking for if you block the duplicates from spawning. So I do want to hold on to some, but holding on to Grim here means I don't get as many tarot cards from my purple seals, which is maybe fine. Maybe we have enough money from Mime that I don't care so much about the tarot cards anymore, at least short term. At least that's what I'm thinking. Also, we had the Crystal Ball. The Crystal Ball really helps a lot. Underrated, perhaps. Crystal Ball being able to hold on to more cards. Let's go next. Okay, this 6 here is the one that I want to play. Here's 2 purples and discard the rest. Alright, Fool gives me a Hermit. That's totally fine. I have a 6 that I can play. I have some purple seals I can discard. Let's just discard 2 because I only have 2 slots. See, most of these tarot cards just don't do anything, so I'm not super concerned about the tarot cards. Let's discard 2 8s and keep the gold card for the money. Okay, and then ship it. Goodbye, 6. We get aura. Could try to use aura to make my red seal into polychrome. Again, it's not super important that it turns into polychrome. It's just kind of funny if it does. Celestial pack. More plutonium. Alright, before we open the buffoon pack, let's re-roll for... It's a jumbo. I want to re-roll for rares in the shop. Can I get a rare? So here's a rare. And then that means if I open this, if this has a rare, then it won't be a stuntman. It's a vagabond instead. Alright, get out of my face. Let's keep rolling here. More plutonium. We got a nice amount of money. I'm not sure if I want to re-roll anymore. We don't need to re-roll the boss. Face down is okay. Alright, that's it. Copies of cryptids. I think I'm still going to hold on to these spectral cards. Once again here, you know, increasing our chances of getting the immolate. We want to get the immolate as soon as possible. The boss here, all we have to do is make sure that the mime ends up on the left because the mime gives us our money. I missed. That's awkward. Here's a 6. I think we do want to maximize my discards so we can get the blue seal. Let's do that. Star? Nope. There's a blue seal. Actually, we don't really have room for the blue seal, so maybe we don't care about that. Maybe we just want the gold. Tower we don't need. Okay. Is there a way to suss out where the mime is? Because it's actually worth like a decent amount of money. I don't normally do this, but let's slow it down. So what am I looking for here? I'm looking for, I have 2 polychromes. Those are my legendaries. I have the 6th Sense and I have Pareidolia. So if there's a card that doesn't activate, it's either Mime or Pareidolia. That's what I'm looking for. Ship it? Oh no, it's slow. Okay, so that's Canio. That's the percolator. This is Brainstorm. Okay, so this is Mime or Pareidolia. Again. Oh, we did it. Again. Okay, we can speed it up. Oh wait, no, we missed. I think Pareidolia ended up on the left. Yeah, I mean, let's go next. Grab the, yeah, it was 50-50 Pareidolia or Mime. So we get a little bit less money there. Sad. Oh well. We've got Trans, we've got Aura, we've got Grim. Now that I have more cards here, I have more chances. Again, I want to use the Percolator here to get negatives, to block duplicates from spawning, get us more likely to get Immolate. That's our plan. So our short-term goal is to use 6th Sense. We have plenty of 6s to try to get Immolate. And then our long-term goal, we want to get Blueprint, we want to get Baron as ways of scoring. We want to get Antimatter for another Joker slot. We could theoretically pick up an Ectoplasm for an extra Joker slot. I'm looking for maybe extra hand size voucher before we use Ectoplasm, because Ectoplasm will give us, you know, minus hand size. I want the upgraded hand size. Anyway, I'm going to continue this one in endless mode. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.